TonyYayo recently spoke on the practice of checking in during a Vlad TV interview, addressing the ongoing BigU RICO case. He emphasized that he never followed the street code of checking in. According to Yayo, he maintained militant and preferred to stay independent rather than risking potential extortion or involvement in criminal street activity. The debate around checking in has gained more attention due to the BigU case. BigU faces a racketeering RICO tied to the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips. Yayo, known for his tight-knit loyalty to 50 Cent, expressed his concerns about this practice and how it could create unnecessary complications. He believes that reaching out to local figures for protection might bring more problems than it solves. In addition to discussing checking in, Yayo also touched on some other subjects, such as the tragic incident involving young Scooter. The controversy surrounding the woman who allegedly made the fake 911 call, which led to young Scooter's death. Yayo's perspective on these issues reflect his cautious and independent approach to navigating the streets and the music industry. Be sure to stay tapped in with the channel as we keep you in the loop. Again, here we global.
BigU, who was affiliated with the Rolling 60s, allegedly.
Yeah, you know I did BigU podcast a while back. It just never...
Right, but it never came out, right?
It just never came out.
Look, I'm not going to switch my story now.
I was playing darts with that motherfucker, and I was playing darts. He was showing me how good. He was real good at darts and shit. So when I pulled up to BigU studio, was nothing flashy. I was in a hoopty. My man had the dusty hoopty. Fucking looked like the Hitmobile. We pulled up and did his podcast. It never came out. I know he had to deal with World Star. But BigU was cool. But I know him from fucking with Buck and all that. He used to fuck with Young Buck Heavy. That was his man and all that. So he used to have them around. Buck used to have them around. BigU, Floss, a couple other niggas. You know what I'm saying? But
I've only had positive experiences with BigU. I knew about him. He came in to do an interview. Shout out to my man Steve LaBelle. He's the one who hooked that up.
Steve LaBelle is who got me to do the podcast.
Exactly.
That's my guy.
Exactly.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah.
And shout out to all them cannabis deals we got coming.
Yeah.
Not with Steve, but cookies and other things. And Steve, we gonna do some stuff in the future. We figured out Dr. Green. Couple of places we got deals and the Flowery. Shout out to the Flowery. And a couple of spots in Queens, we're gonna do some deals. But now, I kind of stay out of the LA politics because I feel like LA and New York is two different things. But did the feds really come to No Jumper? They win the question?
I think they questioned No Jumper over a cease and desist that BigU sent to Adam because he had that guy Loose Cannon on who was saying that BigU set up Nipsey to get killed and all this nonsense.
It makes sense when sometimes, like, when we get up here, we don't really talk about open cases too much. We talk about stuff that when the case is over or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Right? You agree on that?
I agree.
But who's at fault? Because people will say Vlad is the police or Adam is the police, right? Listen, who's at fault? The guy that gets on the show and talks too much, or the interviewer that asked the question and want to know if you're stupid enough to answer it?
I think we're grown men. I think you sit down and you say what you want to say. For example, like people that know me know when I do podcasts, and I just did a bunch of them, shout out to Cameron.
But look, I've seen Adam ask a young guy, he got tattoos over his face. Yeah. He's an artist. I don't know his name, but shout out to him. And he asked him, he said, yo, so that was you on the shoe? And he just sat there and he did the right thing. I wanted to check him out because he did the right thing. Yeah. He asked him about a shooting. Do you feel like, because this is, you work for the public, you know what I'm saying? You give information every day. You're not doing anything a news reporter's not doing different.
Right.
Do you think those questions are appropriate? Certain questions are appropriate to ask?
There are certain questions that I don't ask.
Right.
That I would not ask and I steer away from it. I've turned down interviews with people with open cases who want to discuss those cases. Like, for example, Draco the Ruler, when he was in jail, his manager wanted me to interview him, and I said, you still have an open murder case. I don't want to touch it.
Right.
Come out and I'll do the interview with you, which is exactly what I did.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you could answer what you want to answer. Like when I do podcasts.
That's what I said.
Right,
That's what I said on No Jumper. That was the perfect example when he asked a young kid about a shootout, and the kid just looked at him like he was crazy.
Right. Look, when I do certain podcasts, there's certain topics I don't want to discuss. So I'll let the interviewer know ahead of time, hey, I don't want to talk about this, this, and this. Everything else, go ahead. Like I got 20 years that you could, pick from. There's no, there's enough topics for us to talk about without those 3 topics.
Right.
And every time that person has respected what I asked. And I'll do the same thing. Someone tells me I don't want to talk about this. Cool.
Yeah, because you media trained, because that's what a publicist would initially tell you when you're going to do an interview. The old school way is your publicist will say, I don't want to talk about this, that.
Yeah.
Sort of say anything that the artist might not want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But now there's no media training. People just get on here and just do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yeah, man, look, I mean, back to BigU, I have had nothing but positive experiences with BigU. We did the interview. He was hella cool. The interview did big numbers. We kept in contact. Every so often, he would call me, ask me some questions. He never made me check in. He could have been like, yo, listen, you in LA now? I'm going to need this much money from Vlad TV every month.
New York niggas don't know nothing about checking.
I know, I'm straight out of New York,
Shout
right?
out to my niggas from New York, because that's a whole nother lane. We've been coming to LA since 204, 205, and niggas ain't never check in to nobody.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas just go to their hotel and move militant. You know what I'm saying? When you move around the city, bro, you gotta be careful. And that's just, we dealing with GUnit. Niggas had a lot of drama. So niggas had to move militant. Niggas ain't just going to the mall and just going here with jewelry on and this and that. And you gotta move militant, bro.
Yeah.
You got wherever you at, you gotta move militant, because niggas will kill you over the smallest thing, especially if you an artist. Like, rappers die more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta move militant, bro. You don't need to just be out there. That's why assistants are there. Go to the store for you. Go pick up food for you. That's how I was taught. Go pick this up for you. And the artist just chill, because the artist is the bag and the valuable one. We free Dirk. We don't want to see rappers in jail and the feds jammed up. We don't want to see rappers dead, because niggas made it already. Niggas actually made it. These niggas made fucking way more money than I made. I made good money, but these motherfuckers are making so much money right now. So why throw it out the window? You got to feed your kids, your family. People miss you. People depend on you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like right now, it's like the feds not playing.
Yeah.
All around the board. New York City, we used to the federal indictments, but now you see them, they doing it in Atlanta, state indictments, they doing it in LA. But yo, bro, you gotta think about it. People travel to LA, they wanna be in LA to be comfortable. A lot of them houses getting ran in, motherfuckers getting robbed, motherfuckers can't go to this place to go to go eat without getting their Rodeo. When you see people getting robbed on Rodeo,
yeah.
oh, you know the feds coming.